So the universe had its way yesterday, and it said it was the read was the 29th instead of the 19th. Human error or spirit interference, who knows, but this is the 20th of June. I've got it right on the calendar, so let's see if it gets right when it's written up. Let's begin. So clear your energy, breathe. Remember, this is the time when you sit in your bubble with me. Nobody can get in, nothing can get out. You're safe. You're protected by your ancestors. Keep that image in your head. If you don't think in pictures, that's very unusual for empaths. Where to begin? We had Judgment Day yesterday, didn't we? I always thought this one was a very sad song. I don't know who sings it. It's been in my head, so it's I'll find it, but it's I would give everything I earn, I think. So we'll see where that leads us. You might have to give everything you earn to achieve what you want. Who knows? But material things have no meaning to spirit. So all they want for you is love, health, happiness. That's it, and freedom. They don't put any store on material gain, unfortunately. So, but it makes us better people. Da, 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 da. No, we'll have one of them today for a change. As soon as I can't find my Astro dice, I will have to look in earnest later on. I've put them somewhere safe and forgot where it is. So let's have a look. It does say in the song, just to have you back again, Mel, so maybe someone's passed. Maybe. And yes, we will have one of those. Oh. So, Joshua, then, the walls of Jericho, the judgment of Solomon, all those things could be relevant. So the name Solomon, the name Joshua, the walls, bringing those walls down so that you can rebuild. There it is in the sweet spot. So Judgment Day hasn't arrived yet, even though it's today's card. And we are vulnerable. Because the enemy always gets more deadly when they know they're losing. Yeah, looks like a nightmare situation for 9 weeks. Can't catch somebody out in a lie or deceit, they will come out fighting like a lion cornered. So yeah, yesterday it wasn't an issue, today it is. The Chariot, a problem with a vehicle, a problem with travel. speeding tickets, parking fines, so drive carefully. The Leo energy is still there. So let's see. This is about a power struggle. Whatever happened yesterday, someone made a decision. I think the words of the song is, if there's someone you know that won't let you go and taken your love for granted, there is the power struggle. Somebody taking you for granted. Materialism. The Capricorn energy. Not necessarily a Capricorn person, but it is Capricorn energy. So it could be a person, it could be in your chart, it could be in their chart, it could be in the current chart. But there is a Capricorn energy and a Leo energy. And this is the bad side of Leo. This is the controlling person. This is issues with the heart and back. Any or all of those. It's cowardice. 8 or 26. And yet something out of the blue is going to happen to astonish you in the next 8 days. 7 or 25, that doesn't surprise me. So tomorrow, delays in travel, perhaps. Issues within the family going off track, you going off track. Issues with the breast and the womb or abdomen. Speeding tickets, parking fines, collisions. Be careful when you're reversing and avoid the red car. Cancer energy. And someone grieving, living in the past, refusing to see what beauty there is in the present because he's got his back to the rose. He's crying over spilt milk. So Spirit don't like that. They want you to build a bridge and get over it. Yes, there's been lies, deceit and theft. This could be problems with immature energy or an air sign child. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. There is lies, deceit and theft. This could be somebody who's sporty. It's a nightmare situation. Sleepless nights. And putting a lot of effort in. Burning the candle at both ends. All work and no play next Jack and old boy. Jack's been mentioned one way or another in the reads for the last couple of days. This is having no life because you're concentrating on the material things. And I know that sounds like it's easy to say because we're all going through that. Every one of us is feeling the pinch somehow, the way the economy is. But I'm afraid today's not the day for us to, for our enemies to get judged. We have some time to go yet. This year is the conception year. Next year will be the year. We've got the eagle, we've got, so that's Scorpio and Aries. Death and rebirth, the phoenix. So at the moment we are not rising, we are stagnant. And even some of us lowering our energy by concentrating on the material. That's not what's important at the minute. Spirit is saying we can sort the finances out later on. Right now, we have to sort out the love, the health and the freedom, because that's all they care about, your happiness. So the most important card here is the 5 or 27, because today's is neutral. So 7 or 25, should I say. I hope you was all screaming at the screen, because you know that the chariot is 7 or 25, but 27 could be important. So that would be the grandparents card and hospital doors, health issues. Children especially, a cut, a scrape, but bad memories of the past. Somebody maybe suffered a traumatic childhood or is suffering a traumatic childhood, child abuse, and that could go to the court cases in England at the minute, the inquiries. We have Aquarius, someone here who's legal or medical, or say they're spiritual because this person is not spiritual in the reverse. It's Aquarius energy. But it is someone that's harsh words. This is a bitter woman out for revenge. A divorced or widowed woman even. So any or all of those. Don't have to be a bitter, twisted, divorced or widowed woman. One or the other or both. But she, again, dwells on the past and what's happened. And children. Childhood. People born on a battlefield think it's normal to live on one. There's the Mercury retrograde. I didn't find out when it is. Elaine, you help me out, love. I think she's probably told me and I forgot. 2 weeks. We are no longer being able to be blackmailed emotionally, financially, spiritually or mentally. We know we've gone off track. We make a decision. Yeah. We don't want to make the wrong decision. That's why Judgment Day hasn't arrived yet. 6 or 24. In separation from someone. Adam, Eve, Lily, the serpent, which is this year, and the apple tree, which is protection. Children, schools, looks like siblings, hands, arms, shoulders. Issues within the family, definitely because of that Chariot. And there's their partner. These two people do no longer want to be together. They both have decided enough is enough. But they are both power hungry and they do not want to lose control. So Michael could be important, but here we have a very violent man and a very vengeful woman. Two people. Perfectly matched, to be honest. They deserve each other. Wishes and dreams will never come true for those who dim their light. Do not dim your light to fit in. Do not lose hope because this is going to be a dark period. The 17, again the Aquarius, the warning us against the Aquarius. So Aquarius in the chart, in your chart, or someone who is actually an Aquarius. Or the number 17. Birthdays, dates for your diary, door numbers, etc. Wherever you see it is negative. So 17, 7 and 25. 6 and 24. So the 24th, the 25th, the 26th of this month, or the 6th, 7th and 8th of next. Issues with the ankles and legs. Father, an unfavourable ruler, their way or the highway. This man is cruel, corrupt, and will not allow freedom of anyone. 4 or 31. Aries. Head and face injuries, perhaps with this collision. So if it's someone in spirit trying to connect to you, they probably had a crash of some sort. It's the Emperor's New Clothes. They do not stop until they're called out. So you're going to have to stand up, shine your light and speak your truth. 4 or 31. Lack of success, lack of protection. This is unconditional love, but it's not just for others, it's for yourself. This is also a Cancer. Massively important that you love yourself and fill your own cup, because always those around you will benefit when you're happy. Unconditional love. But there is here a third party. Something or someone came between you and someone. This is gossip. This is 3 months wasted. This is a celebration you can't attend or one that's called off. Possibly a binding, which is a wedding, and someone in uniform of a darker complexion who's unreliable and unpredictable, not a good friend. Taurus energy. We had that yesterday. So it could be an Aries Taurus cusper, which is a late Aries. So we've got Gemini, Aquarius, Cancer, Libra, in a small way, legal matters, etc. Aligns the marital home, and Aries. So 4 and 31 is negative, 6 and 24 is negative, 17 is negative. Do not act in haste, you will repent at leisure. There is knowledge coming your way to help you, but you have to be patient. And then when you're fully in control of the situation, you act. So, someone who has stamina, stay in power, stick at it. There's the liar again. The Page of Swords. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, child, possibly. Or an immature person. Immature words, immature thoughts, nastiness, gossip. It's horrendous. The communication is negative. She sees it all, knows it all, can't say it all. She has to be silent because there are things that you are not allowed to know because it may colour your decisions. You may go a different path if you knew everything. This is daughters. This is hostages being released from toxic marriages, from negative situations, negative energy. Finances, not allowing the negative energy in, be it financially, emotionally, spiritually, mentally or physically. That's your bubble. Stay in your bubble and protect yourself. The High Priestess. Connected to the number 11, where I come from, the travellers, the gypsies, the Romanes, whatever you want to call them, the psychics, the empaths, the carnival people. 11th of October, where I come from, so the 11th in October could be important. She is between two pillars, the letters B and J in spirit, 2 and 29, massively important. And we started this conversation with the fact that yesterday, even though it was 19 on the calendar, the phone auto-corrected to 29 instead of 19 for some reason. So 29 is important, 2 and 29, daughters. Coming back from the gates of hell. And then Judgment Day arrives. How beautiful is that? To the 20. Suddenly, we rise and find a better place. From the ashes, we will rise again. Sounds almost biblical, doesn't it? Oh, I've got to have it. I've got to have it. So, there's 2 there, but we'll have them because Persephone was married to the devil in a toxic marriage. She freed herself, broke the shackles. So the hostages, again, we haven't heard anything about them lately. Hostages be freed, daughters, all of us breaking the shackles to be free. No longer keeping up with the Joneses, no longer selling our souls for material things like poor Jack. 15. The only time I like this card is when it's in the reverse. And he is rising from those flames. The devil goes back where he belongs. And the miracle will happen. Gemini energy, hands, arms, shoulders, siblings, children. He of many hats. So it could be someone that's many things to many different people, or somebody who collects hats. So Capricorn and Gemini. This could be something or someone new entering your life. So now we have the 28. 1 and 28. So we have 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29 and 31. So we missed the 30th. Then we have 1, 2, 6, 7 and 8. Those may be dates that are very important. And they did say the next 8 days, which some of those will cover. This is about positivity of thought, mind and word, and it is making things happen by believing they will happen, knowing that they will happen. Miracles can take place. Yeah, 8 and 26 again in a different form because these two cards interchange in some decks. Libra energy, which we had there. The law will not protect you. Injustices do take place. Fights on the courthouse steps. Lack of balance. Libra rules the loins and the marital home. So it could be in your chart, in the current chart, or it could be a person. 15, 29, 28, 1 and 2 are all positive, but the 8 and 26 is negative. The 20 changes. It's in flux. Because of a decision someone makes. Too many. That one. Yeah. Somebody has forgotten to dream. Somebody is not listening to the dreams. Use a dream journal. Find out what it means. Not the psychobabble, but the spiritual meaning. You have the dragon there, and dreaming of losing everything. Nightmares. But the nightmare lasts for 9 weeks, I think it said. Where is it? It is a nightmare. Yeah. 9 weeks. So it's not, and there is a separation. A bond broken. Could be friendships, marriages, partnerships. Something you once believed in. 2 months. Kunas, what did we say? It's about family, kin and knowledge. So there's your knowledge gained. And there's family. The name Ken, your creativity, what you create, what you believe will happen, can happen. Inspiration, technical ability, vital fire. So there's your technical ability. Where's Jack? Bless him. Jack beavering away with his technical ability. And the vital fire, the phoenix rising. Harnessed power, somebody in a power struggle. There's that first 8 and 26 of the Leo. That. Fire, transformation and regeneration, death and rebirth. Scorpio energy. Shed resources and reproductive organs. So, Quanas, the letter C, K or C. That's also sons, so it's not just daughters, it's sons as well. Quanas is 2, 3, 4, 5. The 6th one, so number 6 again, the sentinel. Somebody is watching. Heimdall. The owl is Sagittarius, knowledge is Sagittarius. Ken is known to all by its pale bright flame. It always burns where princes sit. So Princess William, Princess Harry, Princess Louis, I think we have now, and what's that? George. The letters K or C. So to me, Charles will always be Prince, never King, so it could also include him with a C there. Kunas is the flame of a torch cut from the branches of a pine tree. So pine trees. Its one light keeps the darkness at bay and allows the sentinels to protect his charges from harm. The torch has other associations too. It can symbolise learning, especially knowledge handed on from generation to generation. So psychic ability perhaps. Which is why the word Kwanas or Ken is related to the words kin or kindred. The symbolism of the flame can additionally be applied to passion, without which further generations cannot exist. On the other hand, the word Kwan also resembles the Norse word for a wasting ulcer, possibly because when maintaining this flame, the kindling that provides its fuel is eventually consumed. So again we go back to Jack. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. Burning the candle at both ends will make you ill. 8 years. The rune Kwanas is associated with trustworthy gatekeeper of the gods. The trustworthy gatekeeper. Here we have Persephone. Heimdall, a deity as mysterious as brooding as the pine forest. Heimdall was the son of Odin, so like I said, sons. Odin is Wednesday, and it was his job to prevent mortals from giants from crossing the Rainbow Bridge. The Rainbow Bridge is on the Sagittarius card. It is where mortals are not allowed to go, so only the dead cross. As it was prophesied that they would do, thereby bringing about Ragnarok, so the end of the world as we know it, or the twilight of the gods. And he was ever watchful with the identified vigilant owl. Heimdall was known as the shining god and was personified as the torch or beacon. He stood between Asgard and the world of the humankind and is credited with passing on knowledge of the runes to mortals, which is what I tried to do with you. Bonfires and beacons lit on mountain tops in order to pass news of great importance, like we did at the millennium. Associated with Heimdall and his rune Kwanas. So this is about family. The most obvious meaning of this rune is the gaining and passing on of knowledge. However, we should not forget its connection with passion, which can be felt in both a physical and mental sense. One may be passionate about a subject or a person, for example, and when this rune appears in a reading, the two concepts are often strangely mixed together, just as the ancient Anglo-Saxon verb kennen meant both to conceive and to bring forth from the mind, which is what the magician does. In more mundane terms, Kwanas can mean the start of a consuming love affair and the spark of a meaningful relationship that may teach both parties a thing or two about life. This is one of the most positive runes, leading you on a path of new discovery. It is also an indicator of safety, which is what we said at the beginning, isn't it? Because in some mystical sense you are being watched over as thoroughly as if Heimdall or the vigilant owl were guarding you from danger. A sudden powerful insight is likely when Kwanas is prominent, and you may feel touched by a clarity of vision that you have never known before. So, then we've got 49. Jupiter returns. Somebody is returning from the past. There it is. 49. Who might this be? Someone from childhood maybe. A sibling, a child, and it is the Chariot, which we've got there. Someone who left perhaps or got off track is coming back. So, luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. It occurs, Jupiter return occurs every 12 years, so a 12-year cycle. Goals you plan or plans you started more than a decade ago will begin to bear fruit, either right now or at least very soon. Something very good is about to emerge from the debris of the past. There we have the phoenix rising. It's named after the Roman god Jove, a jovial planet, open-hearted, optimistic and flirtatious. This is how you should be. It will bring a multitude of blessings, while the planet Jupiter is the Santa Claus of the planets. So Christmas Eve may be important, the 24th. This card marks a stage where you are to receive opportunities and then rewards. This is a time many areas of your life begin to bear fruit. The only negative to this card is that it is not a good time to indulge or become reckless with anything, especially driving. It can indicate too much of a good thing or being overly confident things will work out on their own. But like the Saturn return,